Hello, apa khabar? Welcome everybody back to the Financial Hotline. And remember, this show, if you is the first time you're watching this, we are trying to give you tips on any financial questions you ada. Kita dah lama, me, layman, tak sepandai the guy next to me, which is Rafiq. He knows more. He's a personal financial planner. So with the people up there, Wealth Vantage, get in touch with them. Remember, if you want to get your financials checked, please, there you go. The link that's there. Kalau tu malas, scan. Tu dia. Okay, we got that out of the way. Another important statement we got to put is if anybody know how to do the rain dance, please do. Sebab dah terlalu panas. Tahan. Okay. We got that out of the way. So wait, let me post this. I'm going to share it on I'm going to share it on my Facebook. Okay, so here we go.
It works.
Let's hope lah. If siapa-siapa tahu the Renas, I cannot tahan. Okay, it's back to another lockdown. It's back to kelang kabut. It's back to setengah people shopping terlebih-lebih. So the funny part is we have had this discussion before. We've discussed this before, but naturally, we being human beings, we forget. Like I remember the first time we kena MCO, everybody kata sabar, don't panic, don't just hot the food and stuff, just buy extra. Tapi you go to certain supermarkets, empty the shelves. That one I tak faham. So I guess it's good to recap when it comes to finances as well lah. Okay.
Yes.
So when finances like this hit, I mean like stuff like this hit, the whole country is shut down. What are the worries? What should you look out for? What should you keep an eye on? Because finances is a scary thing.
Yeah. Okay. So, as what you mentioned, JJ. So this is not the first time that we're going through this. So we went through it last year, and we improved. We got to zero.
Yes.
Then things got better. But since then, like it's been more like a yo-yo lah. It's been more like a yo-yo. Like so like. From even like say because I as you know lah, I earn income based on the work that I do.
Yep.
Okay, based on the work that I do, and I also have my own company. But in terms of let's say from a strategy, a direction point of view, it's actually not that easy. Is because the variables keep changing.
Yes.
In terms of what we can do, what we cannot do. So it keeps changing, and it's not that easy lah, especially for the business owners lah. Let's not talk about the multinational companies, the GLCs, the public sector companies, because they have more resources at hand. They have more resources at hand, and probably less chances of them going bankrupt lah.
Yes.
At this point of time,
they've got say a bigger parachute lah compared to everybody.
Yeah, correct. So compared to the Singapore, because even like last year when we were going to the MCO, I still remember talking to my management team, everything. So we actually went into business continuity planning stage already. Means that we were looking at the company finances very closely, finding ways that we can hopefully maintain revenue or get the revenue back to where it was before MCO. At the same time, see where we can cut costs, and at the same time trying our best to apply for help wherever that we can. So that was ongoing. I'm just talking as a business owner. So that was ongoing in the background. In the background, but at the same time, we have then to inform all the people who are involved. So basically, our staff, our financial planners, and everything, that things are going to be okay as long as we can get through this.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that form of messaging had to go out lah. So basically what I want to say is, I think while yes, it's important to understand that yeah, we're going through another lockdown, we're going to another MCO, but actually the situation is not the same. So
Yes.
it's actually from two points of view. So if you talk about getting ready for the lockdown,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
getting
Yeah.
ready for the so there are people who had emergency funding. So they had money, they had a parachute lah, as you
Yeah.
mentioned earlier. So
Yeah.
they had a parachute last year.
This. So the parachute now sudah digunakan, or
Sudah
is smaller.
digunakan. Yeah,
Yes.
so is smaller or already guna, tak sempat nak pack balik lagi.
Itulah, that's why.
And now have to terjun from the kapal terbang again. Yeah.
So
And
that,
like you're some people are jumping from the plane,
yeah.
while trying to pack the parachute again, and hoping that they can pack the parachute and then pull before they hit the ground flat.
This metaphor is the scariest metaphor in the world, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so but that is the situation lah. So
Yeah.
I'm talking about people who don't have a fixed income, or
Yes.
people in the B40 group or low M40 group who
Correct.
are earning based on commission, or laborers who makan gaji hari, those kind of things. So if you do
Even
work,
like,
you get paid.
yeah, even like artists,
Yeah.
they work. Yes, certain artists, I know people say, oh, artists dapat banyak duit. Yeah, they dapat banyak duit in one lump sum for one event that they do. Tapi now event dah tak ada. So diorang don't have their lump sum to sustain and spread out. So they also are suffering. So just in case orang think artist show ada
Yeah.
duit.
Yeah. So, and actually interesting that you talked about event. So actually the event management industry is actually
Yeah.
one of the industry that has been impacted so bad
Yeah.
by COVID. So I have a close friend of mine who actually owns a event management company.
Oh.
So he basically said, like, by going to tech and everything, he's still floating lah. But the thing is, margins are much lower because
Correct.
okay lah, you're just doing virtual events.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're just doing virtual events. So it's not bad. When push comes to shove, you just have to make do with whatever that you have lah. Right.
Okay.
There's
Yep.
there's nothing. Okay. So the first part is actually like, okay, talking about the emergency funding lah. Okay. So the thing is, the issue of the matter is, okay, so yes, assistance were given from last year lah.
Yeah. Hey, before you
Assistance will
continue what you want to say, someone in the comments, I remember if you got any questions, just put it in the comments, we'll try to answer. This is a very interesting question. Do you think management should be upfront with the financial situation of the company instead of hiding it until it's too late?
To me, I think, okay, as for me lah, as a business owner myself,
Yep.
I feel that it is important for the management to be transparent.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's actually important for the management to be transparent, because you also have to remember you have a responsibility to your employees. So
Correct.
their livelihood is dependent on the decisions that you make. So you can't like basically hold them hostage, basically,
Yes.
in terms of, okay, you know that the ship is sinking,
Yeah.
and you don't have a plan to escape it. So at least you should have the courtesy to basically
Tell the
inform your employees that, okay, this is the situation. So if we understand, if let's say any of you wants to find another job or leave the company, things like that, but we are still going to try our best to keep ourselves afloat as long as we can. So hopefully once all of this thing is over and done, so we can then recover and get back to where we were, or where better. So but the thing is, what I see is, like, especially the bigger companies lah. So what happens is that the management, the board, and everything, they hide the situation, or they don't tell the full situation to me. So what happens is that, okay, so some of the stuff is still like waiting lah. Okay, it should be okay. The management told me everything's going to be okay. Things like
Waiting and
that.
hoping lah.
Waiting and hoping. Then suddenly, the sky falls.
Yes.
The
Don't
sky
worry.
falls.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when that happens, sometimes it's too late already. It's too late for these people to then go out and look for other options.
I agree with you. Like I give you this. I was working for a company during
Mm.
the first MCO close down, and then like, no, we'll figure it out. Da 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 da. Stay on, 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 stay on. Until today, I haven't been paid for being staying
Ouch.
on for 6 months.
Ouch. And the thing is, in your case, you actually need the money.
Yeah.
You actually need
So
the money.
I literally, but I'm thankful enough. I'm smart to go. This looks suspicious, and then I started looking for other places, doing small odd jobs here and there,
Mm.
just to sustain. But
Yeah.
some people don't have my advantage of I can do a lot of things. So
Yeah.
that's the scary part, lah. If you're a company, please tell your employees, if tell them the truth and see whether they are willing to wait or not with you. If not, let them go
So
lah.
so it's actually really really interesting. We actually, when we went through last year and we actually informed the staff, it's not that we really, it wasn't, our financial wasn't that bad that we really need the staff to sacrifice,
Yep.
but we
Yep.
did put it up to the staff. We did put it out to the staff. So just to basically help us buy more time,
Yes.
we
Like
buy more time. So we are okay. We actually okay. If any staff want to volunteer to defer your part of your salary,
yep.
so that then we welcome it. And the thing is, there were staff that said, okay, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some like 25%, some 5%, some 10%. It's voluntary basis.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
once we got past the situation, then okay, we paid everything back.
See, no, that's different people, different line lah. There's some people got ethics, some people don't. All right.
Yeah.
On that note, just on a side note before we continue, you see up there, Well Vantage, they are still open and they still can service you during this time.
Yep.
So please get in touch with them. Don't be shy.
Yeah.
Up here, the link is for you to do your free financial check to see how okay you are, or you can just scan it on the side here, down here. All right, cool. Hey, but you see, when you were saying that, willing to give up and all that, sacrifice a bit, stuff. Here's a question. All right, if you're a business owner, should you consider pumping in your own money to keep your business afloat, or close your business?
Okay, so this is actually a really interesting question,
Yeah.
because I do have a few clients or business owners who are actually in that mode right now.
Yeah, because they've got money and
Yeah.
they know that their company needs injection, but they don't know what the future brings. So it's a tricky
Yeah.
question.
Okay, so actually one of the advice that I generally give my business owner clients is that actually their personal finances should be stronger than their business finances.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so means that your personal finances needs to be solid. Means that if, let's say, anything were to happen to the business, you can still stand on your 2 feet, and it's much easier for you to get back up if your personal finances are strong.
Right. Okay. I see the logic to that. I see the
Yeah.
logic to that. But
Yeah,
I see the logic to that.
because the thing is, okay, if you think about it, so let's say you've done a business, okay, and in good times, the business can get you like a few million in revenue a year.
Yeah.
So that is a sizable business lah.
Yes.
That's a sizable business. So you know how to get that. you know how to get there. So let's just take event management people, people who do travel agencies and
Correct.
whatnot. So they know how to get there. They know how to run a business.
Right. Right.
Okay,
Right. Right. Right.
it
Right.
is just that the
At the
situation
moment.
or the environment at the moment is not allowing them to run the business as they know it.
Right.
Okay, so
Yeah.
assuming in this situation, so you have two people. So one that has, when the everything was going well, start like managing their personal finances well, have like 6 months, 12 months emergency funding, had the money put aside for their retirement, blah blah blah. So they have resources. They
Yep.
have resources that they have assets that they can leverage on, uh, things like that. Okay. So this group of people, if let's say once hopefully soon we with the vaccination roll out and everything, we get to the point where we can get back to normal.
Right.
We can get back to normal. So this group of people who had the strong finances will be able to go
Start.
faster
Right. Right.
compared to those that do not have it within the same industry.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. But technically, your current business might be sacrificed, lah.
Correct. That is that possibility lah.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
the thing is, okay, you as a business owner, you need to do your analysis. Okay. So in this case, like I said lah, so if let's say your industry where it is really, really affected by um the current situation, so you have to be fair to you and also be fair to your employees. Okay,
Yep.
can we sustain the business as is? So
Right.
in that particular industry. So if we can't, so with the knowledge, with the connection, with the resources that we have, can we then pivot to a different industry?
Ah. Okay. 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 Okay.
So that's the first question lah. So that's okay. So if the answer is yes, or the answer is possible, then the next step is you figure, okay, what are, let's say, additional resources that I need to pump in? Because it's not as easy like going to a different industry, right? And then
Correct.
expect your income is gonna come in.
Correct.
It
And
it will still take some time.
that's the question where I say if you pivot, you might need to spend. So if you
Yeah.
spend, what would happen? Why are you using your hands? Sorry. No. Sorry, yeah.
Selingan.
Saligan. Sorry about that. Anyway, so the question is, if if you need to pivot and you have to put in money, that means your own money to pivot.
Okay.
So, good idea or bad idea?
So okay, so if you have to pivot and you have to put your money, so I still would evaluate my personal situation. I
Right.
still wouldn't put my personal situation at full jeopardy lah. Means
Okay.
that okay, so means that okay, I will still make sure that okay, if I were gonna do this, okay, I understand what is the risk, but I will also make sure that okay, I still have at least 6 months to 12 months to sustain
Yeah. Okay. So
on my personal basis.
the basic rule of thumb still stays,
Mm.
where that savings that you have to have should always be there.
Yeah.
That is the base, the baseline that you always have to have.
Good. Because when you, let's say, you spend and you pivot and everything, so you can probably expect you might not be able to earn an income.
Correct. So there's no
So
more
if you
plan.
yeah, so if you actually put all your savings, all your assets into a potential dying business,
Yep.
then what happens?
All right. Okay.
So yeah, so that's that, and but that is reality. That is
So
reality.
you're,
So
yeah, it's a question I had to ask, lah, because I was just thinking about it. I'm sure a lot of people are going through that, because like you just said, they were jumping out of a plane while packing the parachute. So do I open a bit of my parachute and just try? and and try and glide tempat lain ke apa.
Ah,
So yeah lah, this is a tricky one. Yeah, okay. Going back to personal financing. Um, what are the things that you have to hunker down and watch? Like we were talking about, the people who earn day by day or gig workers and stuff like that. What if they did not manage to create a saving? I know
oh,
that's a stupid
so
question,
yeah,
but
yeah.
what?
Okay, so if let's say you're in the situation where your income is affected lah,
Yep.
so where you can affected, so it's actually the same strategy from a business point of view. It's just that if let's say you really run out, you don't have anywhere to else to go lah. You
Okay.
don't have anywhere else to go. So first is okay, see how you can reduce your expenses further.
Okay.
So
Correct.
basically, the least amount of expenses that you have, so then whatever you have remaining can last you longer.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
It's simple common sense lah. It's simple common sense. So thank God, okay, at least for B40 and M40 who is affected financially because their income is cut down and everything. Moratorium at least is for another 3 months.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, is so if let's say you're in that situation, go ahead, apply. Go ahead, apply because that 3 months of not having to pay your loans and everything will help because it's probably normal for a B40 for low M40 group to
Yep.
like 60% or more of your monthly commitments is actually due to utang.
Yes. Correct. You buy a balik bank.
So means that if let's say you were living based on an income of 2,000 a month, you were living in an income based on 2,000 a month. So probably 1,002, 1,003 a month was actually to pay the banks.
Right.
So
Right.
so now you don't with at least the 3 months moratorium, you at least for the next 3 months you don't have to keluarkan that 1,002, 100,003 a month. So you can still survive with a minimum of 700 to 800 ringgit, which is much easier to get compared to 2,000.
Correct. Agreed. The question is, this moratorium. Do you know the process? Is it like panggil aja ke? Is it automatic
It
ke?
okay, I'm a bit sama-sama, but I saw example like for the B40, it's supposed to be automatic. That's what I
Right.
understand lah.
Yeah.
But for the M40, you have to apply.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, so because there are there are basically technically three outcomes. So one is you get approved full moratorium. The other one you pay 50%. The third one you don't get approved lah. So you have to pay your loans as normal.
Right. Okay. That's okay.
Yeah. So similar to last year when we had our MCO and when they announced a blanket moratorium. So moratorium still is the biggest impact lah, the biggest impact that will have to, especially to the low income families.
Yep. 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 Yep.
low
Yep.
low
Yep.
low low income family. So there's no news whether people can still take money out from EPF like ICNA because even the first round of ICNA hasn't completed yet.
Yes. Correct. It's supposed to complete in
So
June or something like that, right?
30th June.
So you still can apply for it if you need be.
But correct, if you haven't lah, if you haven't.
Yeah.
Right, but some people are still getting paid their monthlies lah. If let's say because it's given in 6 months, so some people are still getting that. So that hopefully will help some of the lower income family
Yeah.
continue to need lah. So, but the next one is looking how to get more money by selling whatever that you have.
Buyer's market.
Yeah, so is it whether you like it or not is a buyer's market. But
Yeah.
if you're in a situation where you don't have a choice, so
Yeah.
I do know of people who basically have to let go of their cars, everything. So not even selling it, just asking somebody else to continue buyer and not getting anything out of it.
Right. Yeah. Because they cannot afford the car anymore.
You cannot afford the car, and if they try to sell it, they won't get market value. They won't
Yeah.
get market value, or they would still have to top up to the bank. So they're in a situation where they're desperate, so they just have to let go lah, because that helps them to reduce their commitments.
No,
So
but
because
is that
it's not
illegal?
on, yeah, technically yes.
Okay. Just double checking lah. So
uh,
remember, if you want to do this, you cannot just do it with any Tom, Dick, and Harry. You have to
uh,
do it with people you trust, because if they take your car and do something bad, you get into trouble because it's
yeah,
still
that's one. But
registered by you.
on the flip side, right?
Mm.
So if let's say you're the one that actually sambung bayar, right? You're
Nah.
actually the one sambung bayar. What's going to happen when that person takes the car back and the person said, no, this is my car?
Oh, betul juga ah. Oh, this one you got to have really good friends if you want to do this.
Yeah, so I never advise any clients to do that lah. But I know for a fact there are people who do that.
So, but there's no choice, because if you can't afford it, you can't afford the car, you can't afford to try and get an extra loan to pay up the extra part of the how much you owe the car. So it's a white elephant that is eating at you.
Correct. So yeah, interestingly, talking about cars, right?
Ah,
So people who know me know while I like cars in general, I don't think cars are a good investment per se lah.
no, it's not.
Yeah, I don't think cars are good investment. So actually, I have one of my clients who's actually somebody very high in the corporate world. The
Yep.
corporate world. So a senior a general manager in one of the big companies. So we had a chat the other day. So he bought a luxury car a few years ago lah, like two,
Okay.
3 years ago. Okay, he can afford it. Okay, he can still afford it, but um when we had the chat last week, so he was mentioning that okay, in the past 1 year, he hardly uses the car because he didn't need to go to the office. Everything work from home.
Correct.
So he's still paying the monthly car, which he can afford. But he said like now
Pointless.
it's becoming pointless. It's
Yeah.
becoming
Yeah.
more useless. It might become more useless because the thing is like right now, interestingly, so what the government has done since last year
Yeah.
is that they have given like the no sales tax,
Oh, okay.
no sales tax if you buy cars.
Oh, okay. Really? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. So what happened is that once the first MCO was completed and everything, so
Yep.
a lot of people bought new cars. Okay, to be honest, I bought a new car also lah, but
Fair
I
enough.
had I had I had the reason to buy, and it was comparatively cheaper if I bought it then, if I bought it much earlier,
Correct.
because of the no sales
No sales
tax. But
tax.
yeah, no sales tax. So, but uh, for most people, the car that they bought park in their homes, in their
Yeah,
gates,
doing
in their
nothing.
garages, doing
Yep.
nothing right now. But the monthly you're still paying,
Correct. Because nobody cares about that. It's like siapa suruh beli. Kau.
sales only.
Wow. Okay. Sorry lah. That brings a whole new. Understand. All right. So now cut down expenses. Back to
Sell any assets you have.
sell any assets you have.
Yeah.
What else can they do? Is there any other place or things to do, or like if you mortgage your house, is that a smart thing to do?
Okay, so in order to mortgage your house, technically you still need to have a job. You need still have an income.
Correct. Oh yeah, boleh ya. You cannot just
Uh,
mortgage it. Yeah, betul.
yeah, so because the banks won't do it because it's a risk. So even the banks don't want all the properties. Yes, it's a collateralized loan, a collateralized
Yep.
financing,
Yep.
but the banks would, in order for them to be able to utilize the asset, they would need to sell it.
Yeah.
They need to sell it, but it's a buyer's market. It's not a seller's market.
Correct.
So even
Correct.
even if they try to sell it, then they might not get the necessary price for it. So why would banks, if let's say you don't have an income, want to
Yep.
give you a loan, even though if you have a house,
Correct.
right? Yeah. So that's reality lah.
All right.
The mm,
Sorry, if anyone watching this, just a reminder: if you got any financial question, this is not just you watch us talk on it. Okay, we love to answer your questions. We've answered a few already. So if you got any questions, just post it in the comments, and we'll get to it. Okay. At the moment,
okay.
what we're trying to talk about is, of course, MCO is one more time lockdown. We're trying to figure out stuff. Yo, got one soalan here. If we have extra funds now, where do you suggest us? Ooh, that's an interesting one. So you're talking about people who have extra money. Since we
Mm.
say it's a buyer's market, what are good investments?
Actually, okay. So it depends on what is your definition of extra funds.
Okay. Say a lot of extra funds. Orang kaya.
Okay, so means that okay, if you're like really really rich, uh you really okay. So there's no issue with the emergency funding. There's your everything like your plans, your goals are on track and everything, and you're really okay. I memang ada this surplus money and everything. Okay. So first is you go back to look at how your asset allocation is right now,
Okay.
your total portfolio lah, your total
Yep.
portfolio, and see areas in which you can potentially take additional risks.
Okay. Paham.
Yeah, potentially additional risks, because then there are places that you can get good bargains. So in actually most of the markets, most only. So even okay, you talk about stock market.
Yeah.
So last year was a heaven. So you pick whichever stock you can make money. This year terbalik ah.
Yeah. Yeah. Correct.
More people are bleeding compared to earning
Yep.
this year. But the thing is, if you do have the extra money and you know what you're doing,
Yep.
that's a good area. That's a good area where you can potentially look, because with the definition of the extra money, surplus funds, and everything. So I'm assuming that is money that you can afford to lose.
Yes. So that's the definition. If everybody trying to listen to this, is the money that, if you hilang, tak sakit. You still can survive. You still got your parachute. You still got your savings. You still got all that we, the prerequisite we said at the start, that we keep repeating. If you still got all of that, and then this is extra, then okay lah, boleh
Yeah.
lah.
Yeah, so it's
Go
really
ahead.
money that you can afford to lose. And the thing is, like, that's one area. Second is another potential area. So we talked about earlier. So we talked about businesses that are having financial difficulties.
Yeah.
Okay, so there might be businesses with good processes, with good people, with good customer base, good branding and everything, but they're falling on hard times. So if you know where to look for and you understand, you can probably buy into these companies.
Oh yeah. I never thought of that. Yeah, if you got
So
money, you
so
can.
so
Yeah.
yeah, because it's similar to buying shares on the listed market. It's just that this is private.
Correct. Correct. You
Th-
you
This,
you you could be a movie production owner after
yeah,
this. You never
correct,
know, because those are the companies that are struggling.
correct.
Travel agencies and stuff.
Yeah, so all of this actually falls under this whole ambit of when you invest, you buy low, sell high.
Yes, got it. Yeah.
So you find assets that are distressed, but bukan, but you need to understand that it's actually good asset just because of the situation that they are distressed. Okay,
Yes.
they're
Yes.
distressed. It's not just it's bad asset and apa memang tak ada value. So that's different. So you can even talk in terms of property market.
Right. Correct. No,
So if
agreed.
you- it yeah, so if you do have the money and everything, you can go to auctions. Number of auction properties are on the up. Okay, sorry lah.
Ah,
Sakitnya di situ.
sakit sikit. Okay, yeah. No, I know,
Yeah,
I know. I know
Yeah.
exactly what you mean, but it's true. If you've got the money for it, then do it lah. You, now you got distraction. Just I was like, alamak, salah, lari.
uh,
But
uh,
yeah, it's but yeah, that's a flip side towards this situation. There are people who are better off than others and are looking into investments and stuff like that. If you
yeah,
can
but
afford to lose that money, then do it.
yeah.
So
So, and the
only
thing
money you
is,
can afford to lose.
yeah,
Yeah.
usually when crisis happens, whether we like it or not, this is standard lah. So the
Yep.
rich will get richer.
Yes. Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, the rich will get richer, the poor will get poorer.
Yes.
It's reality.
I hate reality. I mean, like, cannot get angry with reality for being reality, but I still can be angry. I don't care. Uh, because it's sensitive lah, but it's true lah. It happens it is what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's look at cutting losses. All right. When you said just now, things that you should cut, what would you consider things that you should like the car thing is one thing. It's that you, I know you're talking about car to do as in sell off your assets, but car is not an asset. But there are things in life that are bleeding you constantly, and when situations like this happen, what are the things you should cut off?
Yeah. So things first is things that are nice to have.
All the pretty things go first.
All the petty things goes first. So basically, okay, so your daily Starbucks fix, example.
Oh, I haven't had one in, I can't remember. Dah lama.
Yeah. So even if you talk about it, okay, right. So drinking, all that. I know. Okay. So it's interesting that when people are depressed, people are stressed out, they go to that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
But that is actually counter intuitive, counterproductive.
correct.
So
Because you're spending money.
because you're spending money that you can't afford to spend. You're
You
spending money that you afford to spend. So basically, the first thing that you need to look at, besides the commitments and everything, is okay. You need to look into the good to have lah. The good to have. So basically, let go of that. Like let's say you have expensive phone.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
yeah. So let's say the newest iPhone or Samsung or
Yeah,
Oppo, whatever model that you have. So sell
sell
it,
it off.
sell it
Yeah,
off, and
buy a
and
cheaper
buy
one.
buy a cheaper one.
Oh, an older
So
model.
yeah, correct. So at least because by doing that, so example like the new iPhone, I think is second hand, whatever, you can probably still sell it at 3,500, 4,000,
Yeah, yeah.
and then buy a cheaper phone. So might be at like 500 ringgit.
Correct. Exactly. Then
Okay,
you
so
have two
so
thousand.
so then the extra like 3,000, 3,500 can actually help you extend your runway.
Yeah. Remember, all the what we're giving is not 100% right. Each of us have our own personal thing, so it's best you get in touch with them personally and they can help you. Those are the links up there. And on the side notes, remember, this is all just tips. Okay,
Yeah,
it's just tips. It's not
yeah,
100% everything you're supposed to do. But
correct.
yeah,
Because
that's a
yeah,
good thing.
yeah, because whatever that we say here, we're basing it on hypothetical situation. We're basing it on a general situation. So, as a licensed financial planner, what we do with each individual client, we before we give you advice, we actually need to understand your financial situation first.
Correct. Correct.
Because I do get messages, I do get WhatsApps, I do get calls from people that I know
Yeah.
asking because they know what I'm doing. So they say, okay, if this situation how, and I've made it clear to everyone, if I'm going to answer, it will still be general. I can't
General.
give you
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't give you specific advice that, because I do not know your full financial situation. So if you really want, then you have to share your financial situation with me. Put aside whether I'm going to charge you or not. So
Correct, correct.
depending on the situation, we can always discuss about the fees.
Yeah.
We
Agree.
can always discuss about the fees. We can work out something. We can work out
Agree.
something. Yeah.
Agree.
So, but I can't give anyone advice without understanding your financial situation overall. So
It
if you ask me, should I invest here? I can't say yes or no because I do not know
could
your situation.
correct. It's like you going to a doctor and say, Doctor, my toe pain. Oh, can I see your medical records? No, cannot. Why is my toe pain? So there's so many things can lead to why your toe pain.
Okay.
So you cannot
It,
just
uh,
yeah. You need to know
that's
the
actually a
whole
very
thing.
good analogy. That's a good
Yeah.
analogy, actually. Yeah.
So because I mean the doctor, that's why they're like, I need your medical history. Because then I can go, okay, this is most probably the reason why this is happening. Or yeah, this is a good idea to go for plastic surgery. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you have to give all your information. Like I said, the one up there is to check your financial health. All right. That is free. Okay. But that'll just give you a rough guide on it. Then you can be decide when you want to go into it more and check it out. All right, when it's bad, this is a general question, nothing to do with savings or anything like that, but it has to do with um, financial checks and stuff like that. When's the best time to do a financial check? Is there a good time, like beginning of the year, middle of the year, end of the year, or 5 years after you start working, or is there a specific?
Yeah. Actually, interestingly that you asked this question.
Why?
Okay. Because I actually just did my own financial check today on
Okay.
on myself.
Oh, all right. Bagus. Sorry, anytime
So
can.
on Yeah, so I actually did on myself because even as a financial planner, like we are still a person, we are still individual, we still have our resources, we
Correct.
have our goals. So we still have to review our situation to make sure that we are still okay, we are still on track. So what some people say like walking the talk lah, walking the talk.
Yes.
Okay, so what I generally do, at least for myself, like I do, let's say, uh full like a full checkup once a year.
Okay. Yeah.
A full checkup once a year. So this is basically I go deep into, okay, so this, okay, what happened last year? How's the situation now? Things like that. Do I need to change my strategies? Blah 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 blah. So obviously sometimes, okay, okay, so example lah. So let's talk from investment point of view. A few years ago, yes, crypto was around. Okay. But based on the information that was available back then and with regards to the legality of it, things like that, I said no.
Yeah.
I said no. But now with more information, then you have the regulations and everything. So I said, okay, let's give it a try.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Because similar to the question that was asked earlier, I do have some surplus that I can afford to lose.
Yes.
That can afford to lose. So okay, let's dip our toes in, because I also need to understand, because I will have clients who are going to ask me about
Yeah.
crypto investment.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't tell them I do not know anything about it. Right. I cannot just talk to them about theory. So the best way sometimes to learn about something is actually to actually experience it and learn
Okay.
about it. Yeah. So, but that would be like once a year, lah, like what we call full. So it's the same thing with our my clients also. Once a year, we'll deep dive into their financial situation. We'll
All
deep
right.
dive into their financial situation and say, okay, uh, this is how it is, things like that. Okay. So, and identify what needs to be done moving forward, at least for the next 12 months. So then what happens from that point on is that we have checkpoints.
Right.
So at
Okay.
least once a quarter to
Okay.
see
Okay.
how we're doing according to plan.
All
So,
right.
and if there needs to be any changes in terms of what we do, then we evaluate, should we do it or should we hold on to the current direction?
Understand. Understand.
So that would be the long answer to your question lah.
No, because some people might think, oh, I want to engage a financial planner. Okay, wait till the end of the year, or start a new year, or because half year don't do lah. It's not good. That kind of stupid mentality. People have that mentality because if you don't know about it, you don't understand when you should do it. So that's why I
Yeah,
had to ask that question.
totally understand. So because we don't work based on a fixed calendar anyway.
Yep.
So when I say like 1 year, so 1 year is from the point that you start.
Started.
So example,
Yeah.
like I did mine today.
Ah.
Okay, I did mine today. So the next full review is
Would
going to
be.
be 1 year from now.
Yeah. Correct.
When hopefully we're not under another lockdown lah.
Oh God! If we have to go through another one of this, we are just cannot lah. I
Yeah.
cannot really. Okay. Speaking about people cannot already. We before this we spoke about ICNA and stuff like that. Just let's refresh people's memory about ICNA, just in case some people don't know. Before this, they blocked it out because they didn't need it. Maybe they do now. But what's ICNA, just in case people don't understand?
Okay, so just a recap of ICNA. So ICNA is this initiative that is under EPF.
Yep.
Under EPF that allows people, for all. So when
Anybody.
we first started, anybody, as long as you have a EPF account. So it doesn't matter whether you have stopped contributing or whatnot. So as long as you have your EPF account, you are eligible for ICNA.
Yep.
Okay. You can take out up to, I think, maximum 60,000 ringgit, depend. So it's 10% or 60,000 ringgit, whichever is higher. Minimum is 10,000.
So in other words, if you got more than 600,000 in your bank, your EPF, 60,000 is the maximum you can take out.
Yeah, 60,000 the maximum that you can take out. Okay, because it's not meant for you to jolly kata. It's not meant to need. It's actually meant for you to be able to weather the current situation better. That's it.
Correct.
Yeah. So that's that lah. But I'm pretty sure most of the people who can take it out, most of them probably would have taken it out already.
Correct. But you never know. Maybe someone been holding out, and then suddenly now this MCO hit, and now there's layoffs and stuff like that, and then they go, alamak, how? So look into it. Just go to the EPF website, and you should be able to find out more information about it. And it doesn't give you a lump sum. Just to recap for you, it's a 6 months period of, say that 60,000. It's going to be 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000 for 6 months, or something like that. Yeah. So it's a stretched out period. You don't get a lump sum of 60,000. Okay, it's for you to sustain yourself. Like whatever tips and all we're giving here is not 100% okay, and it's also to prolong the inevitable. So eventually you would have to get a job. You would have to get the income that you need to survive. You cannot go just macam ni, then okay. So just to clear.
So basically that's the last point with regards to this lah. So whatever this is, you reduce your expenses and everything. Yeah, that helps. But the thing is, without an income, you won't last long.
Yep.
You won't last long. So what I generally tell. So let's say you used to earn 5,000, 6,000 ringgit. Okay. So and now you lost your job. Okay, so you need to reduce your expenses. You need to sell your assets and everything. Okay. Even if let's say you do something that gives you 1,000 to 2,000 a month, it actually buys you time.
Correct.
It actually buys you time. So please don't forget about that part. Please don't forget about that part. So please, even if let's say you have to sell something online, you have to drop ship, you have to become a Grab driver, rider, whatever, just do it.
Just do it. No,
Just
seriously. There's no shame or anything in it in surviving. All right. If you've got friends who shame you, they are no longer your friends because I'm sorry, I got to say, if people cannot understand other people going through hard times and cannot have empathy, they are not your friends. All right.
Yeah.
So that's the clear thing. But yes, you have to find a new source of income. You cannot survive. And this, whoa.
Oh, banyak. That's
Macamnya.
macam
My
hilang muka terus.
observation out there, majority of people do not have a clue about basic financial planning, especially lower income earners. Yes, Rafi, we actually spoke to B40 people. Said Azmi helped us out with that. You got to watch a few shows back, about 2-3 weeks, two shows back, or something like that. That's interesting. But anyway, how does basic financial planning be a sexy subject that everyone wants to desire to listen and adore about it, as well as the existence of licensed financial planner is basically being overshadowed by bogus, unreal financial consultants. Such as this and what?
This and that.
I know this and that agents. Yeah,
Agent.
agreed, dude. Especially we spoke about this last week. We actually spoke about this last week. Nowadays, you turn on Instagram, you got, what are you doing wrong? Please join me. I'll teach you how to get $5,000 from your house right now. You know, those kind of people, there's a lot of things. So, and the funny part is they attack your biggest sin, which is greed. A lot of people rather get money banyak fast than sustain long running income. So that's the danger lah. They attack people like that. But yeah,
But
how to make this
again,
sexy?
How to make it sexy? We need to find handsome and beautiful licensed financial planners.
There's nothing. The funny part is Rafi, if you look at what we've said before, you got to watch our past shows. We've tried our best to try and explain it in a basic way so that people all can understand it and understand that it's very important. How to make it, we cannot make it sexy for you. If you can, tell all your friends to go to this link up here. Do a financial check. All right?
For free.
For free. The funny part about it is most of the time, a lot of people like, I'm okay. Don't worry about it. When they do the financial check, because of certain things you don't pay attention to, suddenly you're like, oh, actually, I'm not okay. But there are some people who do the financial check, they are better off than they thought they were. So, dude, do it. It's free up there. Tell all your friends. Tell them this is the most sexiest thing. But, you know, like we said, we cannot make it sexy, but maybe we can make it scary for you. To a point you go, alamak.
No, but the thing is, okay, just on that point. So I do understand what Rafi was trying to say. So, but the one issue that we have within the industry itself, that we are still in our early stages.
Yes.
Okay. So number of licensed financial planners available practicing is still like probably like less 1,000 something. In the low 1,000s lah. Yeah. So even with that 1,000 plus, not all practicing also.
Correct.
Not all are practicing also. So as an industry, and most of the firms in this industry are firms that were built up by the founders. So means that they use their own resources and everything. So it would then be hard for somebody like us to spend a lot of money in advertising, branding, marketing, things like that. Apart from, let's say, the usage of social media, like try to build more. So try to get followers, doing like shows and all that to help me. But I can tell you for sure, compared to when I first knew about financial planning, because to be honest, in 2012, that was when I first found out that there is this CFP.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a CFP thing. and actually you can have a career as a licensed financial planner here in Malaysia. Okay, I was doing
Yep.
some soul searching, and I actually found that out by luck. Actually, I actually found that out by luck, and then I started going through the journey lah. Started going
Yep.
through the journey, but even having my own firm, like back in 2012, I didn't even know licensed financial planners do exist. Okay,
Understand.
but compared to back then, now
Yep.
at least interestingly, people know financial planners exist.
Yep.
And that's the reason why you have people who are not financial planners,
Claiming to
even
be.
banks, even other financial institutions are using the word financial planning
Yeah. Yeah.
as a
Yeah. Yeah.
way to market. So that
Yeah. Yeah.
means the awareness is there already. The
Correct. Correct.
awareness
Correct.
is there. So the awareness, the branding is there. It's just that the next step is that, okay, how do these people then get access to the financial planners?
That's the question. That's
That's
an
the
interesting
question.
question because a lot of people like even us saying this is
Mm.
free to do your check. People like free, sure, not kind of thing. Uh, uh, like okay, like Rafiq said about dipping his toes in cryptocurrency. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe EPF actually has financial planners.
Yes, they do.
Yes, so you can go to your EPF office and speak to a financial planner.
Yeah.
Betul tak?
Their scope is limited lah. Their
Yeah,
scope limited.
their
So
scope is limited. 100%,
yeah,
I agree.
yeah,
But I'm
because
saying
they're not
if
going to
you
charge you. They're not
correct,
going to charge you. Yeah,
correct. So I'm saying
yeah,
if you want to dip your toes into what financial planning is and like understand, go check that out, and then realize that this could actually help me out more, and then go seek out a licensed financial planner. Uh, uh,
yeah.
uh, uh, but okay, and we go back to the like what you're talking about, agent here, agent there, tipu. Where can someone find out if someone's licensed or not? Is there a website or place?
Yeah, there are. There are actually okay, two main websites. Okay,
Okay,
so one is the securities
commission.
commission website.
Yep.
So in which you basically it's the licensing website. So under the licensing website, you actually don't need to know the full name of the person. You actually
Okay.
just need to know even like one part of the name, so you can search already.
Right. Okay. 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 So
You can search already. So once you search and the name of the person doesn't come out, then you know that person is not licensed.
understand. So
It's as simple as that.
it's good to go to a licensed person. Not everybody can be like Mike Ross in Suits, where he can be a lawyer even though he's not a lawyer. So I have to remind you that this is real life. Real life, you got to go to a licensed financial planner to help you out, and they can help you out in all kinds of different avenues, and have a better understanding about your financial. But thank you for bringing up that point, Rafi. Hopefully,
Yeah.
have you done your financial check or not? Itu soalan dia. You cakap orang jangan you tak buat. Tak baik
Yeah.
je.
So
Thanks.
I'm one of the clients.
All right, dude. Sorry. Saya tak
No,
sengaja.
he's talking based on experience.
Correct. Agreed.
Yeah, he's talking based on experience. So he has gone through the process, and I hope that you're happy with the services that we provide, lah, Rafi. I know who your
Yeah.
financial planner is. So I know
And
who your financial planner is.
I'm trying,
So I hope you're happy with the services, lah.
you know the crazy thing? I'm trying to look at the picture. He looks young, so it doesn't mean if you're not, take it as a compliment. Okay. But financial planning, remember, you can do it at any age. It's not just old people. It's not only for rich people. It's for you to help you reach your goal faster, so that you don't waste money in wrong places, and just trying your luck to grow your savings in places that doesn't grow your savings properly. A financial planner has a bigger picture. So it's like this lah. Like, why do you use Waze when you want to go on driving on the road? Because Waze has a higher view and more input, so that it gives you the most clearest route to get to your destination. You know your way. You can drive only, but doesn't mean you won't meet in jam or get stuck or get lost. All right. So Waze is financial planners to the financial situation. Hopefully that explains things. Faham tak? All right. I guess that's it
I
for
think
this week.
we're out of time.
Yeah, but I want to say this lah. Could you? We're going through another MCO. Please, whatever situation you're in, reach out to people if you're in trouble. And if you can help other people, like if you're in a more comfortable position and you know your friends aren't, send out an olive branch. Like I'm sure you got a school group of all your school friends. Put it there. Hey, bros, anyone here going through any financial problems? Get in touch with me. We'll work together and we'll see how we all can help. Help each other out. Look out for each other because that's the only thing we can do.
Right. So I think since like the last week or so, so I have seen a lot of at least people in my circle have posted up this message saying that if anybody needs help, just drop a PM. So you don't have to need. So drop a PM and we'll see how we can help.
Yep.
We can help you. So it can be as minimum as okay, we help you get the necessities, means that you have the food, the basic food, so beras, tepung, telur, all that. So you still need to eat.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, you still need to eat. So those kind of things might not be able to, let's say, help you pay your housing loan.
Correct.
But that's where hopefully the moratorium can help lah.
Exactly. And you know, maybe watch out for each other lah. That's all we're saying. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thanks, Rafiq JJ, for your awesome session.
Thanks, Cairo.
Thanks, Nizam. Thank you. I call him Nizam, you used to call him Cairo. Cool. We covered both names.
Betul lah. Cairo, Nizam.
Hey, but once again, we do this every 2 weeks. Join us again. Hopefully you watch us. Hey, hopefully you watch us. But tell your friends about it. If you can, share this video with people so that they get tips. If you want different kind of ideas, go through the whole timeline. You'll be able to see the different topics that we've discussed, from insurance to investments to a lot of things. So you just go through it and see it. But anyway, that's it for tonight. I guess we'll see you in 2 weeks' time. See y'all. Bye.
See ya. Bye. Good night.
Good night.